Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast. We got Joseph with Speedperspective today and Alex with Full Throttle. I'm going to hand it off to them. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, let them talk about what they do, where they're from, and then we're going to just dive into the topics and then just kind of go from there, okay?
All right, guys, so I'm Joseph with Speedperspective. I run the Speedperspective Instagram account. All we do are off-roading events, shoot some content, some reels, collaborate with big influencers, and just throw events for the supporters.
Cool. What about you, bro?
I'm Full Throttle. I record to every off-road event, truck shows. I've been doing it for, I want to say like 2 years on YouTube. And a lot of people know, like, just a big sponsor.
Okay, cool. So big sponsor.
Yeah, before we even get started into the actual podcast, just want to give you guys a little fill-in on the backstory on how we actually met these guys. And it's through the power of social media.
So
right?
Today's topic, guys, is going to be, main topic. We're going to talk about a lot of little side stories. We're going to talk a little bit about them. But main topic today, guys, is going to be social media. We want you guys to realize the importance of social media, why you should utilize it, especially if you have a business. Why is it important for you guys to put yourselves on this free platform? And what is it that these guys have accomplished with social media? So obviously, Joseph, you got about 55, 60,000 followers, something like that on social media. So we want to talk about that. We want to touch upon that. But before we do, let's talk a little bit about Speedperspective. So what is Speedperspective, bro?
Speedperspective is an Instagram account that I made just randomly one day. I mean, I had no intention of it blowing up.
How old were you when you made it?
I was 19 when I first started.
So you were 19 when you made it, okay.
Yeah.
So what does it consist of?
So it consists of off-roading stuff. Well, now it consists of off-roading stuff. Before, I was really deep into cars. So, I could tell you everything about a car. I'm still pretty savvy on cars and stuff, but... So if I first started off by going to side shows, takeovers, everything, and I would record everything, just like burnouts and stuff. And then just one day, our family was kind of talking about, they're like, hey, we should get a Can-Am, they're fun and stuff. And randomly, we were heading to LA one day, we stopped to look at them, we didn't even have a trailer. And we stopped and we fell in love with it and we just took it home the same day.
How'd you guys take it home?
We had to come all the way back to Bakersfield, get the trailer. Then
and then go back and pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you started the page.
Yeah. So then, I would go off-road and I wouldn't post anything from the off-roading on that Instagram account. And I had YouTube, so I was really deep into YouTube with the car scene. And whenever I posted the first reel, I still remember it's still on there. It's the very first reel on there. It's literally a video of a Raptor with the Can-Am on the trailer at a gas station parked. Yeah. And all I did, I just told my friend, I go, hey, hold on, let me take a quick video. So I pull out my phone and I just record it. It's probably like 7 seconds long. And then I went home that day and I was just like, let me see. So then I posted it. I put a song in the background. And the next morning I woke up and it had 70,000 views. And I had gained probably 120 followers.
Off of that one video?
Overnight. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, what the heck are these reels?
Yeah.
So then from there, you get the adrenaline and you're like, oh, I'm going to go back out. So I went back out and I took videos and stuff. And the next video got 14,000 views. And I was like, it's still something.
Yeah.
And it just kept on going up and going up and going up. And then I hit my first 100K and I was like, what the heck? I remember going into
100K views or 100K followers?
100K views.
Okay, views, yeah.
And I go into the house and I'm like, Mom, look, 100K views. And she's like, how much are you making? And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, no, they're not paying
the Latina mom. ¿Cuánto estás haciendo? Yeah. How much money are you making?
So then after that, I would just keep on going to events. I didn't make my first event until I hit 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
So then at one of those events, I took a video, and there was probably 20 to 30 Can-Ams in a line. And I took a video and I posted it, and that was my first 1 million views. And
so you got 1 million views off of reels?
Off of one video, yeah.
Okay, how long ago was this?
I don't remember.
2 years ago?
Yeah, probably 2 years ago. So I got my first 1 million views. And I was just like, what the heck is this? And then from there, I just kept on taking videos and videos and videos and posts.
Okay, so obviously you do a lot of rutas, right? Mm-hmm. For Can-Ams, where you get events, you set them up, and basically you get a big crowd of people that go and they meet up at a location.
Yeah.
And then you guys use that. That's where you come in, right?
Yeah.
And you take videos. So where is it that you come in?
I come in as for music, anything they need help with.
Mm-hmm.
I just sponsor whatever I can with. And that's when I started recording events. Back then, we would go to Pismo lot, get the grupo, and never record nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So it took some years. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start recording, and thanks to God, I have like probably like 2 years.
2 years. Okay, so right now you got a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
You just started the YouTube channel, or how long have you had
Like
the YouTube
2
channel?
years.
2 years. Okay, how many subs do you have right now?
I'm almost gonna hit 500.
Almost. Okay. Are you? Would you say you're pretty consistent with your YouTube videos? Or every
I
time you
used
guys do a
to,
ruta?
but now it's like every event because obviously I have my business too.
Yeah.
So I gotta take care of that first, and then.
Okay, I got you. So when you do post the YouTube videos, I was looking at your channel and I see that you get some videos that got some hype.
Yeah.
I mean, what how many views do you get per video? I mean, what?
If you go on there, there's some that hit like 5, 6. It's just crazy. Like I get a lot of views.
Yeah.
And then for
Yeah.
those of you guys that don't really understand, I mean, trying to get even 1,000 views on a YouTube video, it gets really hard, right?
Trying to even get
It's not
100
even that
subs,
easy
bro.
As it might sound. So imagine what we put into perspective is imagine filling up a room with 1,000 people. It gets hard, and technically, that's at this point, that's what he's doing.
See, that's what people don't understand. When they go and they post, they start a business, right? And they go and they post something on social media and they get 500 views.
Yeah.
To them, they get discouraged because that's not a lot of people. Like, bro, just imagine a room filled with 500 people.
Yep.
Then at that point, what does it look like to you guys? It's a lot of fucking people. You
It's
know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of eyes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of eyes, bro. So people may not be liking your shit. And I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You get thousands of views, but sometimes you don't get a lot of likes. You get a lot of impressions that people that just watch, but you don't get the engagement that you're hoping for. But the reality is you are getting the engagement because people are still watching your shit.
Yeah.
We call those fans, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that have that issue where they start something, they do videos, they try to put themselves out there, they get uncomfortable with, getting comfortable or uncomfortable with basically posting videos, putting themselves out on this platform, and then they don't get the hype that they're expecting and they automatically get discouraged. You know what I mean? But it's like, bro, you're still getting the impression. So
Yeah.
obviously you had to work your way up to that, right? So even getting 100 subs on YouTube is hard, bro.
Yeah.
So you're almost at 500. How many? You have a YouTube channel too, right?
Yeah.
How many subs do you have on that?
I'm a little bit over 1,000, but I mean, I've had the channel for
Okay.
3 years, so
I got you. So would you say you're pretty consistent on YouTube too?
no, I'm not.
Nah.
I
So if
have
you
to,
were consistent, you'd probably be way higher than 1,000 subs.
probably. Yeah.
I got you. Okay, and that's another thing that we want to talk about too, consistency. So obviously you're more focused on Instagram,
Yes.
right? Okay, so again, just to reiterate, how many followers do you have on Instagram right now?
Right now, I'm a little bit over 55,000.
Okay, how consistent would you say you are on Instagram?
I used to be really consistent, but recently, I mean, the business, it takes away a lot of time.
Okay, so you both have a business,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what is it that you guys do this for? Just because? I mean, is it just for fun? Is it a hobby? I mean,
So the reason why I do Speed Perspective, I mean, I never imagined that I'd be doing events. And whenever I hit my first 10,000 mark, I was like, hey, like a lot of people are asking me to do a ruta. And so I threw my first ruta, and I mean, I made no money on it. I don't make any money on any events.
okay,
And I usually do it just for the Instagram page and for people.
Enjoyment.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I've noticed that I bring a lot of people like from out of state even. Like we've had people come from Texas, from Nevada, from Utah, and then obviously like San Francisco, San Diego, like from all over. So it kind of just brings people together, and that's what I like seeing. Like everybody comes together, and it's crazy because like how you guys are talking about the power of social media.
Yeah.
Social media, I mean, it gets shared to where people in Texas and all these different states come. And it's like, I usually do it just for my enjoyment. I don't do it to make money because I don't make no money. I do it for the Instagram. I take videos to promote it just for the next event so people just can see what it consists of.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, all of our events are family friendly. We have security at every event. We make sure everything's under control.
So would you say you spend money to do these events, if anything? So you don't make money on them, but would you say you spend money to
You
make?
spend money to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question that I have. So obviously you're not making anything up front, but I'm assuming you guys have connected with a lot of people through social media, right? I know we talked about it a little bit. Like, what are some of the connections you would say you have through social media?
So some of the connections that I have, I mean, I have connections with groups here, live bands in Bakersfield. I mean, even if I use them for event or for my own private use, they always come through. Like they'll help us out. I mean, people I have a number. I can't even count on my hand, on both of my hands, the amount of like influencers that I'm friends with.
So a good amount of influencers that you
Yeah.
guys that you guys talk to, that you guys personally know through the power of social media. So in a sense, you're not getting paid monetary wise, but in terms of collaboration and talking to people that are influencers, would you say that's helped any part of your actual business that you guys have right now? Because you guys have a business, right? Yeah. So what's your business right now? What is it that you do?
24/7 towing.
24/7 towing?
Accidents, people that break down, people that need to get home. We'll take them anywhere. San Diego, Stockton.
All over Cali?
All over Cali.
Okay, and then what do you do?
The same thing. In the jam towing.
In the jam towing.
Everything, heavy duty loads, light loads, accidents. Everything.
And by the way, guys, this guy's there in a jam, so you just gotta hit him up.
If you're in a jam,
let us know.
Or 24/7, baby, we got you guys. Okay. Yeah. Would you say that any of this has helped your business?
It has. It has.
Yeah.
I would say because there's times where, because we run the Instagram page too for In a Jam Towing, and we're a little bit over 150 followers, I think.
Okay.
And whenever we post a reel on there, I'll post it on the Speed Perspective account. And I mean, it'll be a simple video of like our tow truck pulling the Can-Am, and people just like the truck and the Can-Am. Because I mean, Alex also has a single cab too. We have a single cab dually, and those seem to be rare trucks and stuff. So a lot of people will get interested in those. So
they like them, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it just gets shared and a lot of people like it.
I got you. Okay, so it has helped in a sense with your actual personal business. So let's talk a little bit about that. So we'll come back to the social media topic. We'll come back to the rutas and all that stuff. But let's talk a little bit about your guys' personal business, because you guys know that this is also an entrepreneur podcast, right? You guys work for yourselves.
Yes.
Right? And let me ask you guys this. How long have you been in business with your personal business?
You've probably, I'd say, around 2 years.
2 years? What about you?
So I started off maybe like about 3 years ago.
Okay.
With my suegro.
Okay.
So just to move me on. And I probably have like about a year that I finally took over.
Okay.
So I work with a lot of insurances, and that's what keeps us busy.
I got you. So you have a lot of clientele through insurance and all that stuff. Okay, so let me ask you this. Running a business and doing this on the side, how hard would you say it is to be consistent with what you guys are doing? Because obviously you do that for a living. That's what you use to make your money. That's what you eat with. And then from there, you still get some money and invest it into this. You know, how hard is it to do both?
It's not considered hard if you like it.
Yeah.
Because I love my job. I mean, it's like, I like it.
Yeah.
And YouTube, I mean, I can record every day, but I don't think the people will like it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's when we go to the events, have fun. That's when I record it. Everything. Pretty much.
I got you.
Yeah, I feel like it does get a little hard sometimes for me personally, because I mean, we have to be at an event at a certain time. And I mean, there's been times where I'm at the event and we'll get a call. It's like, hey, you know, business comes first. If not, how are these events going to happen?
Yeah. Oh, like you're about to do an event and you get a call for somebody to go get.
Yeah, I mean, there's times where we're already there and I'm literally on the ruta leading it, and I'll park and I'll tell the guy behind, like, hey, I'm like, I just got called up. I said, hey, just take it. I said, you already know the trail, take it up, and I'll be back like in an hour.
No way, for real. So you'll stop what you're doing to go on.
Yeah,
so that's the
like
thing about towing services, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. It's
like you can't just hire anybody, because like let's say you hire someone, and you give them a work phone. It's like, oh, I didn't get a call.
Oh yeah.
Call, you know?
Well, yeah, they're not gonna be responsible to take those calls. Yeah. So
it's
because
like,
they're not running the business.
Yeah, and honestly, like we'll be picking up like high-end cars. It's like you gotta be real careful you don't scratch it or anything. So it's like, doesn't hurt to take a little bit of time, go do the job, and then come back.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Okay, so do you have an Instagram page for your?
It's 24/7.
24/7. How many followers do you have on that?
Let me check that.
Let's check. Just an average. I'm about to get somewhere right now.
And let me see. So this is actually my second Instagram I do. Because first one, I believe I had like 600 something, but got hacked. And right now I'm at 278.
278. So you had to restart it. How long ago did you restart it?
I want to say probably maybe like a year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah.
So how consistent would you guys say you guys are with those social media pages?
On the towing?
Yeah, on the towing. Because this is your guys' business. I post
every day.
You guys post every day?
On my stories.
On your stories?
Yes.
Okay.
Same right here.
So do you think that if you were to do whatever you're doing on the Speed Perspective channel with your personal page or your business page, do you think you would be able to grow it to that point?
Yeah, yes and no, because I mean, so for example, whenever I post an accident, you know, the cars are just destroyed.
Yeah.
And obviously people see and they're like, what the heck? And they'll send it to their buddies and they'll be like, hey, check this out. So like it gets shared, the accidents and stuff.
Yeah.
We tow a high-end car. Then that's how we gain followers. But to be honest, like for it to blow up as much as like Speed Perspective did, like, you know, because it's just like not like that much energy. Like, you know, like, yeah, because like in the Speed Perspective, there's like, you know, like people doing donuts, jumping, whatever.
It's like relatable content that you're posting on that platform.
Yes,
exactly. I got you. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is for the people that are starting businesses, bro. Like, you know, obviously we know social media is everything, right? We know that it's a powerful tool. We know, but okay, for someone that has a business like that, or someone that has a business that's, you know, not necessarily the most trending, because, you know, rutas are trending. A lot of people like rutas. A lot of people like to do that shit. What advice would you have for those people, bro? The people that don't necessarily have trending topics, or, you know, because it's hard. Like, let me give you an example. Insurance, bro. Insurance is boring as fuck. How would you give someone advice to be able to be like, okay, this is how you can grow your page based off of what, because you still know how to grow a page, bro. You guys know how to grow. You know how to get the eyes. You know what it takes to get that. So how would you be able to combine that?
What I noticed, I was just talking to you about it. I feel like the more you post every day, the more reels you get. It's like you have more people watching you, so that's when a lot of followers start coming. But I mean, you gotta know what you're gonna post too. Yeah. Because if you post boring, it's like they're just gonna skip it, you know.
So basically, have like a target audience.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I noticed that you guys do use that too. You guys do a lot of giveaways.
Yeah.
So giveaways, man, you could gain.
Bro, giveaways work
in a week.
Yeah, giveaways work.
People love that free stuff.
Yeah, you know? Disneyland. That was like Disneyland.
I didn't win, but.
That's all good. We'll rig the next one, bro.
No, but for sure, like you guys mentioned, target audience is always going to be like a key thing, just because of the fact that you have to know who you're approaching.
Yes.
And are they going to watch your videos? It has to be like-minded individuals. It's not like everybody's going to go and like towing. It has to be a reason why you're posting those videos. Like, oh, this guy just got in DUI. You guys don't drink and drive because this can happen to you. Or whatever the situation might be, I think something like that would hit a lot more than you just posting a video and saying, oh, check out this car I'm towing right now. You know, there has to be a purpose behind every single video.
Exactly.
That you guys are actually
get creative.
Posting. Yep.
Get creative. Creativity, bro, comes 100%. See, like giveaways, they're creative. You know what I mean? But yeah, 100%. I think that's a really good idea. Something like that. Like, obviously, you know, if you post up, hey, this is what can happen if you get a DUI, I think you get a lot more hype for something like that. See, like, and then not just that, but yeah, your target audience. Who are you targeting? I think that's super important. That's what a lot of people don't understand, that when you start posting shit on social media, some people post just to post. See, like on your page, Speed Perspective, you don't post anything other than what pertains to that page. You already have your target audience. People that like rutas, people that like, you know, off-roading. Off-roading. They like bandas. They like, you know, that's maybe their style. You know, you're not going to go and post, you know, just an example. Or, I mean, nothing against country music, you know, but I'm saying, like, just in general, you know, you have your audience. And I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right, because once you have your targeted audience, you can't really veer off. I mean, you can, but it's always a risk. So, like, I feel like my audience are Latinos, you know, because they love the rutas and everything. They love the music. I was checking my insights probably like a month ago, and I think it's like about 72% of my audience is here in the United States, then the rest is in Mexico.
Nice.
And it's just like, you know, like you kind of see like how far the page reaches and stuff. So
yeah.
And then I know you just mentioned to the audience, like, okay, I don't get monetized off of these events. Do you believe that at some point in time, if you really tried to monetize this event, you would be able to, and how would you do that?
So I do get paid on Instagram, but I don't get paid on YouTube. And also like other people who, like, you notice like some songs, like if it's, because whenever they're like mainstream songs, like whenever I post a video like with Peso Pluma and stuff, like I don't get paid for those. Well, I do get paid for the views, but I don't get paid by Peso Pluma like for those videos.
Yeah, of course.
But there's like little groups, like live groups. Like I have a really good connection with LL Productions out in Palm Springs. And whenever I post one of his groups, he pays for promotion on those as well. So that's where I get like another source of income.
Okay, cool. So you do get some kind of monetary, value from.
So you know how like on Instagram, I think it's just like an update that they just started to do. It's like you can go and subscribe to a page, right?
Yeah.
And then on those subscriptions, you can charge a monthly fee for being subscribed to them. Do you believe if you were to go and say, hey, if you subscribe to my page, I can get you the coordinates to our upcoming events, you think that would be something that would take off, or you think it's a lot of the people just want to have that access for free to go to these events. What's your opinion on that?
So, I mean, yeah, I could probably do that, but honestly, I mean, the money doesn't interest me in the events. Like, I want to keep these events for free as long as I can, unless, because there are a couple connections that I have built for like some private ranches that are going to let us do events at their ranch here in Bakersfield. And right there, well, obviously they're going to charge me a fee to use their ranch and utilities and everything. So on those, I would have to charge, but it wouldn't be too much. It'd probably be like $10 a person, just to cover the fees. But
just to cover the fees.
And then that money, yeah, if I make money off of that event, then I just reinvest it into another one. I wouldn't pocket nothing.
So have you ever thought about it though? Like, I mean, is that something that you would consider in the future? Obviously, yeah, you're not doing it for money, right? But if you grow your audience big enough to say, you know what, like, okay, let me give you an example, or actually a question. What's the biggest event that you guys had? Where you like how many?
A good one. How many? I've seen you post.
Yeah, I've seen you guys post some big ass events, bro. You guys got like a fuck ton of people. So what's the biggest event you would say you guys had?
So I would think it'd be the Taft one, the first one that knocked it off, because I posted it on TikTok, that flyer, and I mean I posted it because I was new to TikTok too, and I posted it. It was a trending song, and man, it got like 800,000 views
on TikTok.
Like, on TikTok.
Damn, there you see.
Okay. Like, what the heck? And I still remember that day. So I posted it, and then I was like, man, I'm gonna post another one. The second one got like 500,000. Then I posted another one
on TikTok.
Yeah, all for the same event. Then another one 700,000. Then another one 200,000. And go back up to 500,000. I posted like 6 or 7, and that was the event where I had people. I had somebody come from Utah, teams come from Nevada, teams come from Arizona, San Diego. A team even came from TJ from Mexico.
Oh, from Mexico?
All the way
no
to
way,
event.
That's crazy.
And I still remember that week. I would wake up like around 8. And I'd check my phone, the notifications, and it'd say 100 followers, 100 comments, 100 likes.
Yeah.
Because Instagram maxes out at 100.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck? So I'd clear the notifications, I'd open it, and then I'd log off. And then I'd get back on around 12, and bam, another 100. Like it was maxing out.
That's crazy, bro.
The week of my first event, I was averaging, I think, 1,000 followers a day. 1,000 followers a day. And I was like, what the heck? And I mean, obviously, like, you know, like you get hate all around, and people are like, oh, you're paying for your followers, this and that. And I personally don't like say anything because I keep Speed Perspective like super professional. Like everything that I promote on there, I try to keep it like professional.
Yeah.
I don't promote like bad things or anything. And I just let it speak for itself. You know, like if I really paid for the followers, would this many people be?
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. That's a good topic too. All right, so let's talk about that shit. Okay, so obviously, when you start getting to a certain level, you start putting yourself out there. The exposure. This is why people don't like to do it in the first place, because they feel like people are gonna talk shit. And us, as human beings, we're a little bit more self-conscious. I know you don't put yourself out there, but you know, when you have a business, you're a little bit more self-conscious about, like, I mean, doing even videos like this. Like, oh man, what if I look fat? You know, what if I have a fucking pimple? You know, how does my voice sound? You know, and a lot of people are very like cautious with themselves, and they don't want to put themselves out there because people talk shit. But obviously, this is something that I feel like people got to understand. No matter what you're doing, there's always going to be fucking haters. Always, 100%.
All the time.
And I say this all the time to my agents. Like, if you're not prepared to have people that hate on you, then don't do social media. Don't do business in general. You know what I mean? Because people are always going to talk shit regardless, right? So that's a good question. So obviously, you've gotten some haters, right? I mean, obviously, I know you don't respond to the comments, but what are some of the things that they talked about other than the followers, bro? Like, what is it that they say or what? Like, you know, I mean, for both of you guys, bro.
A lot of the times, I mean, they just like calling stuff like, oh, like for sure it's daddy's money, or they'll say like, oh, like just like dumb stuff like that, like, oh, you're posting a stock Can-Am. And I mean, like, hey, I don't got money to dump into a Can-Am. So like,
people are always gonna talk shit, bro.
You want to make sure you have money for food, and then, well, obviously running a business, you always have to have a backup because if something happens, it's all out of pocket.
Yeah.
So that's like another thing. Like people are like, oh, like. Because my Can-Am's basic. I mean, all I have are the 32-inch tires on it. And
bro, Can-Ams are fucking expensive, though. Like, what, 30, 40 grand minimum?
Yeah, they're
getting that's a car, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just things like that. People, I mean, I'm drawing a blank right now, but you just get trash talked about all the time.
Just anything that people can talk shit about, they're going to do it, basically, right? Yeah. That's what it is. And that's what people don't understand is, like, if you're going to put yourself out there, just understand that people are going to find anything, bro. And I mean anything to talk shit about. You could be doing something great, bro. Like, let me give you an example. During COVID, my brother and I did this video, you know, because during COVID, you know, a lot of people are on lockdown. and they weren't able to go out, and they weren't working. A lot of people weren't making money.
Lost
So
jobs. Yep.
we got these care packages, bro. We put them together. We got a bunch of sponsors. Everybody came. They donated, bro. We got boxes together, just depending on like the families. We got like diapers, bro. We got like food. We got all the necessities that you would need for a little while. And we did a video on that, and people were talking shit. People were like, oh, they did it for the views. Do that shit in private. Don't put yourself out. And I'm like, motherfucker, like, we're doing this to spread awareness. You know what I mean? We're doing this so that we can show you guys, hey, there's people out there that actually give a fuck. You should probably try this yourselves. You know what I mean? But even if you're doing something good, bro, people are going to talk shit. Right?
And that's the power of social media. You guys starting that, you guys could have influenced another people who maybe they did it in private or maybe they made videos also.
Yeah.
Probably that's the good thing about social media too, is you guys probably started a trend.
And we're talking about authentic people, because I know you mentioned, okay, a lot of people thought that I bought followers, and vice versa. They think that we buy followers because we have a good base on our platform, right? We're just realtors. It's not like we do something crazy. I mean, there's 3,000 realtors. Why us? But at the end of the day, like what we tell everybody is, like you said, I wouldn't have the engagement that I have. I wouldn't have the comments or the views that I receive. And I feel like that right there kind of speaks a lot, just because of the fact that if it was one of those things, and you can tell, and then you can go and jump on somebody's social media, they got 40, 50,000, but they get 300 views on their video.
Yeah.
They got like 6 comments, and it's like, okay, I got 10,000 followers on my account, but I got triple the amount of comments that you receive, triple the amount of views. Not that I'm comparing it in
See,
any way,
that's bro.
but there's nothing that you're benefiting from receiving these fake followers.
That's the thing, bro. That's another thing. A lot of people want to fake their way to the top.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to, and that's why it's become a thing now, where it's become like more aware of like, okay, people know that there's fake followers out there. People know that people buy that shit. And sometimes, bro, I'm not gonna lie, probably like 60-70% of people in like any kind of business, they will buy followers, bro.
Yep.
Because they want to portray themselves to be some kind of influencer, when in reality, none of that shit is organic, bro. None of that. That's why no, for real, bro. And that's why we're talking about this right now. That's why I wanted to bring you guys on, because I know you have organic followers.
And if you're one of those that are buying followers, we're not down talking on you guys. You guys do your thing.
Nah, this is run it however you want.
Send Rigo the link.
Yeah, send me the link. But
You see me at 100K tomorrow, baby.
yeah, but to be honest though, there really is no purpose to
There's
have
none,
fake
bro.
followers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there is.
Because you're not doing the work that it really takes to have it organically.
Yeah, it's like I started from the bottom. YouTube, Instagram, it's like it's getting there.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, you could search up anybody; they'll have a lot more subscribers than me, and you can see my views. You know?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
See, and it's like kind of like in a world full of like nothing but fake ass shit nowadays, because you can. It doesn't matter, bro. You can buy what? You can even buy views nowadays.
Now
you know what I
can
mean?
Get your account verified.
You can get your account verified by followers, by all kinds of shit. But the reality is this: what purpose does that serve you, or how does that serve you? Like, what is that doing for your business, other than you kind of like mind fucking yourself into actually believing that you are an influencer when you're not? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When that shit started coming out, we've thought about doing it, and I'm like, you know what, bro? Maybe we should. The verification, the whole. But I told him, you know what? I ain't gonna do that, bro. You go to my Instagram, I've never had that blue check mark.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama's got that shit. Nothing. I'm not bashing on them, bro. It's cool.
200 followers verified.
200 followers verified. I'm like, motherfucker, what are you verifying yourself for? Ain't nobody gonna hack your shit, you know? But the reality is this: like, people do that because they want to feel good about themselves, and I feel like that's where social media gets people fucked up, bro. It's like they want to portray themselves to be someone that they're really not. I would rather be laughed at, bro, if I only got 100 subs, 200 subs, but I know they're organic, bro. I know it's real, authentic people watching my shit,
Real
and I know
fans.
that they're real fans, bro, and I'd rather work myself up, because whenever I do get to 10,000 followers, which I did, by the way, that shit's organic, bro. Those are organic, bro. That means that my creativity, my hard work has actually been paying off. And the reality is this, bro, like, we're building something little by little, bro. And eventually that 10 is going to go to 15 to 20. That's why I wanted to bring you guys on today, bro, because we know that you guys have worked hard for where you guys are at. We know, I mean, honestly, 55, 60,000 followers is still, there's a lot of people that do rutas out there, bro. There's a lot of people that you know, but the creativity is what got you guys to where you're at. You know, the sponsorships, the collaborations, shit like that, you know, so I think that's really important to talk about.
Right, and actually, right now that he's bringing that up, just kind of want to throw it out there. What sets you guys apart from everybody else? Because yeah, we have Speed Perspective, we have Alex Fullthrottles in the house, but then we have all these other people. Like I think I've seen ghostwriters out there. I've seen a couple other.
Not name dropping y'all.
Yeah, just, I know that they're doing their thing too. But what sets you guys apart from them?
I mean, in the off-road industry, there's no competition. Like,
Right.
I don't mean it like that. Like, I
You
don't
heard that, guys?
Y'all ain't competition.
I mean, like, everybody's so cool in the off-road industry. I mean,
Right.
I think we're in the two best like industries. The towing industry, there's no competition either. Like, everybody helps out. Same thing with off-roading. I mean, there's pages that only have not even 1,000 followers, and I mean, they throw bigger events than me sometimes. You know,
Oh, shit,
but they have
okay.
bigger groups and stuff. So it's just like there's no competition. There's no, oh, I'm better than you, you're better than me. A lot of people, like, back to the hate thing, a lot of people talk trash about me because they say, like, oh, you're not even a team, but you bring this many people together. It's like, hey, like, I make mine for everybody. All teams are welcome, solo riders, families. Even if you don't have, we've had Priuses, we've had Camrys, we've had.
I seen that.
We have
Mustangs.
the Subaru.
The Subaru guy,
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to it, Subaru.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to that guy, yeah.
Yeah, like, everybody shows up. But I mean, like, if people ask me to promote an event, I'll promote an event unless like it correlates with mine. Then I'll send them a message. I'll be like, hey, you know, like I was planning on making an event that weekend, or I'll move my event to another weekend or something.
Yeah.
But it just depends. Like if I've already planned it for a while.
I got you.
But yeah, like there's no like competition. No like hey, like you know like it's just the off-roading community is really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's, it's perfect. So far, he helped me actually through my party event, the one
Okay.
you guys went to out there,
Okay.
California City.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was the first time I was out there, and that's when he's like, "Man, this place is good." So that's when he threw that other second big ruta out there too.
Okay.
Also, back to the story. I know we got sidetracked, but when you said that, what was the biggest event? It was that first one, the Taft one. And I remember, I think we had about almost 4,000 people. We had like 3,800, 3,700 people all day that went in and out.
Damn, that's a
And
lot of people.
I mean, by the end of the night, people were getting stuck because so many people were driving up that road.
Yeah.
The ground just loosened up and it was a mess.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, do you personally have to be responsible for any like people like accidents, shit like
I
that?
always put a sign at the entrance. I say, entering / participating in this event, you're responsible for all your actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but
Because I know there's some nasty accidents with the rutas, right? It was the nastiest shit you guys have seen, or like the worst accidents
at
that you guys have seen.
mine, nothing.
Flipped right in front of us.
That's it, just flip?
Yeah.
Which is pretty common. I mean, that's something you could
It was a
expect.
and that's
soft
a-
flip.
and
It
that's a-
wasn't-
Bro, we almost flipped. Remember when we went on that ruta?
yeah.
The first time. Oh, sorry, bro.
Nah, we ramped.
Oh yeah, we ran there.
So
Yeah.
we've actually, I know you showed me a couple of videos where your events get so packed that it gets in the eyes of cops, right? There's helicopters out there, or there's even police is out there, police officers.
Is that why you don't show your face, bro? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, we're putting them on blast
The
right
thing
now.
is, I mean, I can talk about it, but there was a time where there was a warrant for my arrest because they said that I was organizing a criminal. It was a criminal organization.
Yeah.
That was influencing people to break into private property. And it's like, hey, you know, I didn't know cops. I didn't know the property was private. You know.
Yeah.
But it's just like it'd be places where we go and ride like on a weekend just by ourselves, and then we'll see it and we'll be like, hey, well, let's throw an event here. And that's how the first one was, Taft.
Okay.
I remember that day. Oh, okay. So the first event was supposed to be out on 178 in Morning Drive. And I remember it was supposed to be on that Saturday. And on Wednesday, the cops put out an RV and they were camping out right there.
Oh,
they had
shit.
like 6, 7 cop cars and they wouldn't leave at night, nothing. So then I was like, what the heck? And I drove over there one time and they wouldn't leave. Like they were just watching that location. So then that night I was like, man, I need to choose a different location. That's when I chose Taft.
Yeah.
So I dropped the location at 5:30 in the morning, I think. And I was at the location at 6 in the morning in Taft.
Uh-huh.
And there was already like 3 cops parked outside of there.
Oh,
but
cops?
They couldn't, yeah.
They were right. They're waiting for you guys.
So they couldn't go into the Taft location because it's private property and the
Yeah.
private property owner didn't call the cops. I remember they left. And we set up everything. We set up the stage and everything. And the whole time I'm just like, dang, like
Yeah.
what's going to happen? So then we were just like, man, like, you know, like whatever, YOLO. So then we started everything.
You said YOLO, baby.
And then trucks started rolling in. I mean, it was just nonstop all day. And there was a line of like 12, 13 cops parked outside, but they couldn't come in because they didn't have cops. Then I think it was like around 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I guess that's when the owner had called the cops. So then the cops tried to come in, and when they came in, the road was already all messed up. So the cop car bottomed out right there. So they had to call a tow company, or I think somebody right there.
And that's when
That's when you guys came in a jam, 24/7, baby.
Now we were like, oh yeah, we're busy right now. We're out of town.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so they had to pull up the cop car, and they just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it got really bad. I even had to put the 4x4 to get out of there.
Damn.
it got bad.
But I've actually seen on some videos, there's some like really chill cops that they even start busting donuts.
Hey, shout out to
inside
California
businesses.
City.
Yeah,
All right.
that was the good thing and the bad thing about California City. Like, we didn't have to worry about the cops shutting us down or anything. Like, we had food vendors out there and everything. And I mean, but people were just getting a little too crazy. I mean, the cop was parked like right in the middle of the road, and there's a can just doing donuts, throwing dust on the cop, and the cop
No
was there just
way.
waiting. And I was like, oh, like they're gonna shut it down. They're gonna shut it down. And as soon as he finished, the cop just kept on driving, and I was like, what the heck? So I mean, it was like a good thing and a bad thing because
Yeah.
the people just took it to another level. Man.
I mean, okay, so I'm surprised you got big ass events like that, bro. And there's nothing big that happens. Like, yeah, I mean, any shootings, anything like that, or
No,
I'm sure people take their straps. You know, people take
Yeah,
their, you know what I mean.
we
But
do know people who
but
do
everybody's respectable right there for the most
On
part.
the
Or what?
flyer, I mean, obviously he puts like no guns, no knives,
Yeah, of course, of course,
and that's the thing. Like, if you keep it chill, there's gonna be a lot more events.
of
But
course.
if you start throwing it off, then
Then it
It's
ruins it
rough
for the
out,
rest of
yeah.
people. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so it's like, oh man, there are some events that do get crazy and stuff, but nothing like shootings and stuff.
I got you.
I think out of all the events, there's only been one fight.
Okay.
What fight? Okay.
And then what would you say, like, obviously you guys started this a couple years back for Speed and for Alex Fullthrottle. What would you say your goal is for the future? I mean, do you guys have an ultimate goal, like to where you guys want to get to? Is there something you guys are headed for?
obviously, I mean, I want to make my business even bigger.
Uh-huh.
But
The trucking
that's
business?
the towing.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
But if YouTube ever gets up there, like where we get some extra money, I mean, man, even bigger events, you know?
Mhm.
And I mean, if we're getting paid, we're not going to charge them to go and stuff like that, you know?
So
Yeah.
YouTube is paying for these.
yeah.
Okay.
If it ever gets up there. Slowly, but.
So
yeah.
when it gets up there.
Yeah, when it gets up there.
Okay, so say you get you get up to 500,000 followers. That's an example, right? You're at 50, you get to 500,000 followers. Is there ever gonna come a time, bro, where you are gonna charge for these events? Or are you just gonna do it for free? Just because theoretically speaking, bro, you're throwing some big ass events now. You could charge now if you want to.
Yeah.
In a sense, basically, you're like promoters in that sense, right? Because you're promoting these events, you're bringing people, you're getting people together, you're organizing. You're getting the food vendors, you're getting the grupos out there. That's where the sponsors come in. Technically speaking, you could charge and you could make money off of this if you wanted to. You just choose not to.
Yes.
Right? But is there ever a time or ever a plan for the future where you will eventually start charging for these events, depending on how big they get? Or I mean, what is your plan for that?
Like I said, I mean, I'm just waiting for a connection for a private ranch.
Uh-huh.
But once we get a good private property to where we'll have insurance, we'll have everything, like security guards and stuff. I have some big plans, like some big.
Like what? Share a little bit, bro. That way we have
big movement,
the audience
like-
has a vision.
So there's a couple packages out there that I've talked to some promoters and stuff. And I mean, we can get like Los Caimanes, Los Juniors, de California. Then we can get Grupo Viada. It's like my dream. Well, not my dream, but my goal. Well, I mean, it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
But so they get a private property, take like 4 groups out there in a banda, you know, but like big names. So probably like, I don't know, let's throw an example out there, like Marca Registrada.
Yeah.
I have a really good connection with his manager, so we're just waiting for the green light for that. And
Okay.
I mean, people are gonna go regardless for the ruta.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, all the people who like Marca Registrada.
Right.
But all I'm waiting for is that private ranch, man.
Okay, so you guys
I feel
heard
like you have to have a private ranch because let's say you just throw it at a random ranch and you bring these famous people, you spend already a lot of money on it, and you get kicked out. That's
it's going to be a waste of money, yeah, for sure. So it has to be a more organized event in that sense where you have the actual property or the place.
Yeah.
So a private ranch.
Yeah, right now I have 3 ranches pending for the use. Hopefully we could get approval by January, but if not, April. That's why everybody kind of knows Speed Perspective for is for the spring break ruta.
The spring break
It's the
rules.
biggest one.
So this is like what you guys are known for, right? It's a goal that you guys are setting for yourself. Would you say like manifesting something like this is what's helped you get to where you're at now? Did you guys like manifest, okay, I eventually want to get 50,000 followers, or, obviously you guys have more, but I want to start throwing these events. Is this something that you've manifested against your guys' selves and said, okay, and then do you believe in it? Like it's actually
Goal
real?
setting.
I would say that I did manifest it because I mean, there's times where I'll be like, man, I want this event to be big, or I want more people to come. I want this group to be there, this and that. So, yeah, I feel like manifesting. I believe in manifestation
For sure. Well, we're gonna be manifesting an event that you guys got coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
So you guys have one already that's locked in, right? From my understanding, when is it?
I think it's January 25th or the 27th.
All right, we got to get the exact date. So this is gonna be another ruta that you guys got going on, right? And
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
It's gonna be the 27th of January.
The 27th of January. So you don't have the location for that yet, right?
No.
So you never drop the location beforehand. You drop it what, like a day before?
The day before.
Okay, what's the purpose for that? So a lot of people don't understand why the organizer always drops the location 24 hours before.
The reason why I do it is just for the cops. Right now we don't,
The haters, the cops.
For all those haters,
yeah, 'cause right now we don't have like a secure location. You know, like we don't have a private ranch where we could do it at. That's just the main thing. Like if I drop it right now, the cops are gonna keep it on their paper. Like people are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna know what's up. They're gonna be ready for you guys, and it's gonna be like cops are getting a lot more savvier. You know, they're getting Can-Ams now.
Yeah,
I've seen that in Gizmo. Huh?
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, every time I do a
That's where
ruta
tax
here-
money goes. Now.
No, like every time I do a ruta here in Bakersfield, I mean, the helicopter always comes. Always, every single time the helicopter shows up.
Yeah.
And they just do it to scare you, but I mean, from what I've heard, nobody's ever gotten their stuff repo or anything.
Like tickets or anything like that. Yeah.
There was a time where I wanted to organize a street takeover here in Bakersfield, but that's too much trouble right there.
Yeah, takeovers are a little bit different. See, that's different because
What's a takeover? I personally don't know what that
So the
is.
street takeover would be like we all meet up in one location. I have this whole. I'll say it because I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I had this idea that we would all park on 178, like we're always off road, and we'd get on 178, come all the way down to 24th, turn right on Chester, go all the way to Columbus, go up Columbus, then go Panorama, drop down behind Hart Park, and then go back to 178.
Gotcha. And if this does ever happen, it wasn't him that hosted that.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
it's somebody else.
It's happened by other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. So like people use my name, people throw my logo on the flyer, and they'll be like, "Oh, Speedperspectives throwing this event, or Speedperspectives is gonna show up to this event," and it's like I don't really like post anything that's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be there," but I'll get a lot of DMs and people will be like, "Hey, are you throwing an event out here in Fresno, out here in San Bernardino?" And I'm like, "What the heck?" I'm like, "No, like my location's Kern County."
So
Like,
you might need to get verified, bro.
I know, right?
I
I'm gonna see him with the blue check mark too. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's exciting, the rutas and everything.
Okay, so you run the page. You've never shown yourself on the page.
There have been times where I do, like if I meet somebody famous or they give me a shout out, sometimes I'll come out in the video or something, but there's this.
But for the most part, people don't know these two famous guys.
Yeah.
I come out a lot.
You come out a lot?
A lot
Okay.
of people know me. I mean, I don't have that much followers yet, but I mean, I'm growing slowly. Like,
For sure. How many
Yeah.
followers do you have on your page, Alex Full Throttle?
think
Let's check. Bro, it's just people don't understand how hard you got to work at social media to be able to grow, and people are so lazy nowadays. That's why I wanted to bring up
I'm
that
at
subject, bro.
2,730.
2,700? 2,700 followers? That's good, bro.
2,730.
That's not bad.
Which is, I grow slowly like every day, but there's times I don't post, but I'm going to get back to it.
For sure. The
Post more on
consistency, yeah. And obviously, you know, we talked about it earlier too, bro. TikTok, we talked about Reels. That's probably where you will get the most amount of hype, the most amount of views. That's what we talk about this all the time. You know, the average attention span from a human being is that of a goldfish, right? So that means like it's very quick. They get bored fast. That's why I always tell my agents too. I mean, obviously real estate is a little bit different, but I always tell them like, if you're going to post something, try to do it more with a video because people respond better to videos. We talk about it all the time, bro. You give me advice on certain things. You know, when we talk about videos, something that's, you know, catchy in a sense where people are going to be like, oh, this is cool. You know what I mean? Because if you post up a photo, yeah, that's cool. And you can keep posting photos, but I feel like you're not going to grow as quick as you were to, you know, if you posted a video on fucking TikTok and you get how many views? 800,000 views and then 500,000 views. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like,
And
the
all it
fact
takes
that...
is that one video to really get you on that scale.
So it's just like,
I'll go.
you can go.
No, go.
And I felt like you just gotta, like, if you want to do YouTube, just go for it.
Yeah.
Just post. There's some views. Some videos are not gonna get that much views. And like I said, like he's more focused into Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm more into YouTube. So I feel like if I would be just posting on Instagram, I could grow a lot faster.
Yeah.
But the way I see it, I want to grow from YouTube from the bottom to get to where I gotta get to.
Yeah, no doubt.
So here's an example. So you remember that we came for the trunk or treat and then we lined up all the cars and we took.
Oh yeah.
So I posted that video that same night. And
I seen that shit. You got how many views?
The next morning I had 500,000 in one day, and I was like, "What the heck?" Right now we're about to hit 1 million.
You remember that video that we had?
Yes. Right there.
Okay, we're gonna post it up right here for you guys to see. Go check it out. But we did that video on the trunk or treat, and I seen his TikTok, and I saw he got like 500,000 views. And I'm like, damn, cuz.
It's about to hit 1 million right now, and that's another thing going back to that. The haters are like, oh, like they would comment in Spanish, like, oh man, like, are you done washing the cars? Give it back to the owner.
Give it back to damn haters, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, like I said, it's just that's the price you pay whenever you get to a certain level of exposure, regardless, bro. People are always gonna talk shit. You can be right about anything, and people are just gonna find something, no matter what, to talk shit. And it's funny because usually people that talk shit have fake ass profiles. They don't even hop on. It's just the most random people ever, bro. So I've learned not to take that to heart, you know. But yes, going back to the subject that we talked about, I always say video is king. Keep it short, keep it simple. I mean, with that video that you took, did you use any professional equipment? What did you use to take that video?
My phone.
What do you use to take all of your videos, bro?
This phone right here.
This phone, bro. People don't understand. If you got an iPhone, this is $1,000 product right here with the most advanced technology. With I mean, not just iPhone, Samsung too. You know what I mean?
Preferably iPhone, guys.
Preferably iPhone. Nah, you know what? I used to be so sad. I was like Samsung gang all day long. Now, I mean, iPhone, it's alright. You know, but the reality is this, bro. People think like, oh, I'm not ready to start social media because I don't have equipment. I don't have microphones. I don't have, you know, all this fancy crap for me to start shooting production videos. Like, bro, this is enough right here. This is more than enough. Like, I'm assuming you run most of your social media through this, right?
Yes.
Your YouTube videos. What do you shoot them with? Do you have a high quality vlogging camera? What do you use?
I used to, but I got more comfortable with the phone.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's more simple. It's in your pocket. You're already using it every day. You know, so it's like, okay, go out, especially, bro, like, if you have a business, I just can't stress that shit enough. Like, this is what you should be doing for your business, you know?
Yeah.
Videos. I've always been a person, you know, to talk about videos, you know, because I feel like that's where it's always going to be at. I mean, it's crazy, bro, for you to get that amount of views within a day. Think about it. 500,000 people watching a video within a day.
Social media is crazy, man.
It's crazy, bro. And I've talked to other people, bro. I've had promoters on here, you know, that these guys, that's all they do, bro, is social media. You know, and they promote clubs, they promote, you know, and they bring groupos and you know, things like that. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, where would your business be without social media? And they charge for that. That's why I was asking you that question, because they charge for their events. You know, they put themselves out there, they spend money, and then they throw everything on social media, and they expect a certain amount of people. And bro, they're blowing up. They're doing their thing. You know what I mean? So that's respect to them in that sense, because it's not easy. You know what I mean?
And if you guys are in business, and this isn't just for them, it's for anybody who's in business, you're not utilizing social media, you don't see the power behind it, you're probably more than likely failing in business, because that is what is getting people out there in today's day and age. I mean, it's just the way it is. Where are you in business without social media? People don't go and use the yellow book anymore and, you know, switch through the pages to go and look for a company. They're on Google. They're on Instagram. They're on social media looking for the next best thing.
Bro, let me give you guys an example. I'm gonna talk about the MLS shutdown. So in real estate, bro, it's very fast paced. Like, if you're not constantly adapting, you're not constantly putting yourself in a situation to where you're adapting to whatever's going on around you, you will get left behind. You know, I'm sure it's like that for a lot of other businesses, but I'm gonna talk about real estate right now. So we have this thing called an MLS, right? It's called a multiple listing service. So every time we list a property, all the realtors have access to that multiple listing service. So all the realtors in Bakersfield, we have 2,000, 3,000 realtors, right? So whenever we post something, in a sense, that's a social media platform. It's not technically, but in a sense it is, because whenever we post it, all 3,000 agents are going to be able to see it. So not too long ago, bro, like 2-3 months ago, we got hacked, okay? And this was like a nationwide thing, I believe, right? It wasn't just Cali. There was a lot of different people that got hacked with their MLSs, meaning nobody was able to put anything on that MLS. So if I got a property for sale, bro, I wasn't able to post it on there. We didn't have 3,000 agents. And to be honest with you, a lot of people struggled during that time. And guess who were the people that struggled? People that didn't have social media. People that were old school. People that are still doing the magazine. And nothing wrong against the magazines. Magazines work, whatever. You know, it just depends on your audience. But the reality is, a lot of people struggled, bro, getting their listings sold. And we were selling our listings, bro, left and right, even though we didn't have the MLS, because it was out for what, like a month?
Yeah, it was about a month.
And that's when my property went for sale.
That's when your property went for sale. Yes, as a matter of fact, guys, for those of you who don't know, this is our very, very, very good client. You've already bought and sold a lot of properties with us, and yes, you're right. Yeah. We did put your property up for sale during that time, and it was hard because we had to get a cash buyer for it. Remember?
Yeah.
We sold it through social media, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of people started recognizing, damn, you know what? If I'm not on social media, I'm gonna be left behind because we created our own MLS, bro. You know what I mean? It's like
we had people sharing our properties that we would list on there, and so we started utilizing that as a platform so we can get people and buyers to come and look at our properties.
Yep.
And other agents started seeing what we were doing, and they started sending them to their buyers and stuff like that. But it was our content, it was our media that we were putting out.
You know how you said that in the with the rutas and all that stuff? You guys are like cool with each other. There's no competition, bro. Real estate is so cutthroat. And I'm sure there's a lot of business out there like that, but real estate in specific, bro, is like the most cutthroat business that I've ever seen in my life. Like, bro, other agents, if you posted back then a property or they post a property and you would go and take their listing and share it, they would get so pissed off. Why are you sharing my listing? I didn't give you authorization. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? It's free advertisement for your seller, which I'm assuming you want to sell a property. Why would you get burnt? Why would you get mad?
Yeah.
But that's just the way it is. But when that happened, bro, the MLS shut down, people started realizing like, damn, you know what? I need to share this property. Yeah, go ahead, share my listing. Everybody started wanting to share it.
Oh yeah, we've actually had agents reach out to us and say, hey, can you share my listing on your page?
Yeah, we see you guys have big followers or you guys have a good following. Can you share my listing? Can you share my listing? I'm like, oh, now, motherfuckers, you want me to share your listing, bro? I've legit had people say,
name drop. No.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to
No, I'm just kidding.
But like,
the name.
even though like when I was searching for my house, it was like, hey, send me houses. Like, that's the same process.
Mm-hmm. And people don't realize the power of social media. Like, I've been invited to so many parties like in LA, like influencers and stuff, just because of the page and from all over the states and stuff. So yeah, like another example of the social media, like the power. Gallo Fino brand, Chewy. I remember he had, I think, like 2,000 followers. And he followed me on Instagram and I looked at the hats and I was like, damn, like, these are badass hats. So I followed him back. He's like, hey bro, can you help me out? He's like, share some of my hats. And I'm like, hell yeah. And I think at the time I barely had like 20K. And I posted it and, people follow him, whatever. Like, I'm not saying like I gave him a big promotion, but I helped out with what I could.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's collaboration. That's and we'll talk about that in a minute.
And then after that, right now he's probably above 50K followers. He sells all his hats in an hour.
No way.
Yeah, like over 200. I think he hit like $1 million in sales on his last drop.
No fucking way, off of hats.
Yeah. And that dude, he's doing it, man. And to see him go like from around 2,000 followers, I don't even remember how many. I think it was like around 2,000. He just blew up over the months, just like crazy. And he started, I think he was 18 or 19 too. And man, like right now, Gallo Fino brand, they're everywhere. Everybody.
So from 2,000 followers to 50,000 followers, he posts something up and he gets all his shit sold out. Yeah. All his hats sold out.
He just knows how to market, how to hype up his stuff.
Right? So marketing in that sense is even, bro, for you to sell that many hats, $1 million in sales, bro, that's crazy. That's more than some of the guys are doing here in real estate, dude. That's crazy.
That's in one hat drop. So like he'll make it in an hour.
So this is the next topic that I want to talk about, which is something that you guys do a lot, collaboration, bro. Collaboration is probably, so obviously like me, for instance, right? When I started, obviously I didn't have a lot of followers. I had 100 followers, 200 followers. And then, he got into the business and I was able to grow up my base a little bit, bro. Not a lot. I had maybe like 2,000 followers when he got into the business. And then I realized, bro, there was a lot of people that were collaborating with one another. And that's what a lot of YouTubers do. So you have your audience and you have your audience. It was the same with us. So we talked about it and I'm like, dude, we need to collaborate with a lot of other people, bro. And it's a win-win situation, bro. A lot of YouTubers do that, high-end YouTubers. Some that have millions of followers and others that, may not have as much. But even if you have to pay for collaboration, I feel like personally that's one of the smartest things you can do. Because imagine if that guy didn't reach out to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, obviously, like you're saying, it's not all because of you, but bro, you helped in a sense because you put him out on a platform with 50,000 followers or 20,000 followers at the time.
A different audience, yeah.
A completely different audience, bro. So the power of collaboration is probably a lot more, this is where ego comes into play. A lot of people don't really want to collaborate with other people because they're like, nah, like, I want to grow it on my own. I don't want, what do you guys have to say about that? Because I know we talked a little bit
Yeah,
about it. All right,
me
I just
personally,
want to get into this
There's a
controversial
lot of
topic right now.
controversy, but I don't do collaborations on my
So why don't you do collaborations?
And what do you mean by that? Because
Yeah.
obviously you were willing to put them on your platform.
So in a sense, you did, right?
I'll post like that. I'm talking about like for businesses and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll promote businesses like I do
Okay.
promote with businesses. But like for example, like on like actual rutas, I don't do collaborations. Like if I'm gonna do my event, I do it on my own, and then I accept sponsors, so like people who want to help out or people who want to promote their business on the flyer.
Yeah.
That's what I do. But I mean, everything comes out of my pocket. If not, like they'll help me out with like $50, $100.
So what's your definition of collaboration then?
That collaboration would be like, for example, like me and like another off-roading team doing an event together.
Doing an event together. And
Yeah.
why would you say you wouldn't do that?
I don't know.
So let's say another off-roading team, Rigo comes, and he's
off-road.
Rigo off-roading or Elite off-roading has 100,000 followers, and he reaches out to you and he says, "Hey, bro, I see you got a lot of stuff going on. You know, you're doing some good events. Let's collaborate together." Or fuck it, he has 200,000 followers. Would you consider it?
The reason why I don't collaborate is because I'm not a team like at all. Like I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't even consider it. Like it's just like the events that I do, they're always on my own. Just because.
Yeah.
And this comes into play. It's whenever you're organizing things. So like say, I mean, my brother helps me out sometimes too on the events. So like we'll be out there and I'll be like, hey, like okay, I'm gonna put the stage right here. Then all the tables are gonna be right here. The vendors are gonna be right there. And then he'll be like, no, put the vendors over here. And then it's like, no, but the stage is right here. Well, move the stage over here. It's
Kind of like
no, but
bumping
I
heads on
want it
like
right
what
there.
to, or how to organize it.
Yeah, so it's like I bump heads with my brother sometimes organizing some things, and it's like, you know, like if I'm with somebody else, if I collaborate with somebody else, then they're gonna have their own vision, and I'm gonna have my own vision, and then we're just gonna butt heads and stuff. It's like that's why I kind of tend to be like on my own and stuff.
So you're more of like, I want control. I want to be able to control what I'm doing, like in a sense where like whatever I say goes type of deal, or
I mean, it sounds kind of bad to say it like that.
I'm just asking, bro. Just
It's
asking.
like, cause like whenever I think of a location, I'm just like, okay, like there's like a little berm right here, or something, so like where we could put the stage and all the sounds coming this way. And it's kind of like I already have that vision, and then my brother will be like, no, look, put the stage right here, then people could park right there. And it's like, no, but like I want it right here, like because it's gonna do all this and all that, and it's because you have to over expect for the events.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know, my flyer only got 100,000 views. There's probably gonna be like maybe 1,000 people to come out. Then out of nowhere, 3,000 people show up. So it's like you have to over plan for all the people, for all the other people. So that's just like. That's just the thing, like, I have a vision in my head, and then if I collaborate with somebody else, I feel like I just butt heads. Not in a bad way, but it's just like, no.
No, I mean,
already have
everybody,
this
like
vision.
me personally, see, so my perspective would be a little bit different, if I'm being honest. I mean, me personally, if I know that there's another realtor, just an example, he may not be working with the company that I have, but say this other real estate agent, obviously doesn't work with me, doesn't, whatever he sells has nothing to do with me. And obviously, in a sense, that can be some sort of competition, because it's like, if I collaborate with another real estate agent, this motherfucker might take my clients. You know what I mean? But the reality is I probably would consider it depending on who it is, because I know in a sense it's still powerful. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I collaborate with agents down in Northridge. Like let me give an example. My good friend Anthony Tinagan, you know, we collaborated with him, and to be honest, his audience, his agents, they follow me and vice versa. My agents follow him. And at first I was a little like, not uncomfortable, but I was like, it was a little weird to me, you know, because I'm like, damn, this guy works for the whole other company, you know, he's a broker at Coldwell, you know, he has his own thing going on. I'm like, it's a little weird to me, but I'm like, you know what? It's cool because now I'm out in Northridge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I'm out in that area. People know who I am. Same thing with Fresno. I've collaborated with people out in Fresno. Now I'm up in Fresno, you know? So I feel like, yes, you're kind of giving away, but at the same time, you're bringing in a lot more than you're giving in away, because, you know, you're expanding on a way different level, on a faster pace. You know, you 50,000 is amazing, but if I can go from 50,000 to 100,000 with a simple collaboration, you know, I think it's worth it, you know, but that's my perspective, because I just feel like, you know, it has a lot, especially when there's money involved. You know what I mean? When, you know, like, obviously you do it for a living, obviously like that, like in a jam towing, 24/7 towing. Would you guys ever collaborate in that perspective?
I do collaborate with a couple.
Right. So why would you collaborate in that perspective?
Business, man, money.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but just to kind of touch base on that, I think what has a lot to do with it is the reputation. right?
That's what we
Because-
were talking about too, right?
Because you don't want to go and collaborate yourself with something that you don't believe in for your vision. See, Speed Perspective can be big on just nothing but rutas or whatever your audience is. But let's just say we got elite, perspective or
Whoa,
elite.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I kind of like that name right now. But in other words, what if my audience was nothing but bandas and drinking and girls and it's completely different.
He
from
said,
what
"Let's
your vision
collaborate,
is."
bro."
No, it's the truth though, because he might not have the same. We might not correlate on the same things. Might not have the same beliefs, and you don't want to go and ruin your reputation over my reputation.
Well, see, that's why you have standards, though. I feel like that's why you would pick and choose who you want to collaborate. I'm not just going to collaborate with someone just because they got a bunch of followers. They got to have the same core values, the same principles. And I mean, you may not butt heads with that person. Maybe that person will say, hey, you know what? Like, fuck it, you take control. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, well, if that's the case, then let's do it. I mean, if that were the case, then would you consider it? That way we let the audience know, bro, once and for all. With a Speed Perspective, everybody willing to collaborate. Hit the DM and you'll see what's up.
Yeah, his manager's going to respond to it.
Which is Alex right here.
No, but that's like the other thing, like how you said, like the reputation. Like I feel like Speed Perspectives like really clean on everything. Like we don't promote, like I don't have anything against it, but I mean there's been events that people throw and they'll take a mobile strip club, like a semi truck, and it's all plexiglass and they just have poles in there.
No way.
And it's like, I don't.
Can you please tell me what this page is for the sake of not following it? Please not.
No, but it's just like it's things like that. I mean, like there was an event one time where I know it did get hot, and some girl, she was wearing like a bikini underneath her jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So she took off her jersey, and I mean, there's kids and stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
I told security, I was like, hey, like, could you just ask her to put her jersey back on?
I got you. So I think it's a little bit different when you got kids.
Because it's more like family events.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk a little bit about you guys real quick before we kind of end it off. Okay. So I know what inspired you, right? You said you got into the whole ruta thing because of that. But I mean, I feel like it has to be more than just because it's a hobby, bro. Like, I feel like there's more to it. Like, you really got to love it, bro, I don't know. I feel like there's more to it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's like an investment.
What's the investment? What's the ROI that you get?
Investment is like you're putting a lot of time into it to get views and get where you gotta get to get paid,
Okay, so eventually it is going to be something monetary, right?
Yeah.
Something that you want to eventually get paid from, right? No, yeah.
I don't really mind.
I mean, you're gonna get paid once you hit that topic.
Yeah, I got you. So for you, it's that. What is it for you then?
For me, it's just, I like everybody having a good time. And I like my events because, I mean, I'm not talking trash about anybody else's events, but like.
Name drop, bro.
Elite,
Elite perspective, baby.
No, it's just because I try my best to keep a clean image, like all the events to be family friendly. That's why I have security and everything. So it's just like, I don't know, just to have like that clean look, just for people to feel secure at events and stuff.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of like my goal is like to throw events to be able to have people like of all ages to go.
Okay, and some other people, they do it a little bit different though. Huh? They do it like more.
Everybody makes it different.
Yeah, like their own style, their own. Yeah. Okay.
Which is a pretty cool, I guess, in a sense, a way that you see things because of the fact of you just worrying about other people having fun and people enjoying what you're putting out there. I think that at the end of the day is what's really going to bring in more of that in particular. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Right.
It's funny because a lot of people, I mean, they'll ask me for advice and I tell them straight out like what I do. Like I don't, like even for towing, they'll tell me like, hey, where do you promote and this and that, and I tell them straight out, I don't gatekeep anything. But it's funny because one time this person tried to make an Instagram account and I forget their name or else I'd name drop.
Yeah, that's right.
All the videos I would take, they would go and they would remake the videos, the same exact location. They would do it on Rancheria Road, 178, and even in Shafter, in Lost Hills, in Bakersfield, like everywhere. They'd go to the same exact spot that I was at and remake the videos. And I would just be like, oh, like, okay, like, like whatever. And I even followed the guy back. And a lot of people would send me the videos and be like, hey, like this guy's copying you. And I wouldn't even respond to the DMs because, I mean, it doesn't bother me. Like,
So it was like basically Elite Perspective went and copied his.
yeah, all my videos.
All right, bro. Now we know what we're gonna do.
It's funny because a lot of people do steal my videos, so that's why I started putting that Speed Perspective on all the videos.
The little logo and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, cool. And obviously, bro, you got like a lot of merch. You brought a whole suitcase of merch right now.
Yeah.
Do you sell that or what?
No, I don't sell it.
See, like, okay, bro, like, okay, you get 100,000 followers. I think this is something that we gotta talk about, bro. If you're gonna do this, and you're gonna have to have some type of like vision. Like, obviously, bro, people support you. People like the brand. People know who Speed Perspective is. Why not sell a merch? Why not put it online? If that guy, think about it, bro. He does hats, and he sells hats, and he has a very similar base to you. You got 50,000. He got 50,000, and he's selling hats. Why not consider selling your merch, bro? Just curiosity.
I haven't came around to. I don't know. It's just.
I mean, you have the power in your hand, bro. Just like you, I think people don't realize.
Throw a price tag on there.
Just throw a price tag on there, bro. I mean, throw an online store. That's technology. You know what I mean? And you could probably sell out faster than you think. And I mean, who knows? I mean, that could probably take you to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Because
I do have something in the works right now.
Okay.
I started a hat brand, so that's what's.
So you're gonna compete with the Gallo guy?
No.
Hey, he's coming for that ass, baby. Nah, I'm just playing. I'll play. Nah, shout out to what's his name again?
Chewy.
Shout out to Chewy.
No, but yeah, so I have a hat brand coming out pretty soon. I'm not gonna say the name or anything yet, but you'll see it on the Speed Perspective account.
So is that something that we can hopefully see in the future that you're gonna probably sell out or sell on the page?
Hopefully, yes.
I just feel like
it's gonna be completely different from the Speed Perspective. That's another thing like about my Instagram page, like how I try to keep it clean. I don't really like promote anything. Like the In a Jam, I think I've posted a reel like 3-4 times, but I'm not like consistently posting because I just try to keep everything separate.
Try to keep it all separate, which is fine. I mean, I think in that case it's cool, but I think for me, and this is just my advice, bro. I feel like if you got that much power, because again, having 50,000 people watch your stuff is a lot more power than some people. I mean, shit, even having 10,000, 5,000 people watch your stuff, that's a lot, bro. Organically. And I feel like when you get to that certain point, I think you can do something with that power. That's why I wanted to bring you guys on and ask you, what's the vision? What's the goal? What's the plan? Because I know it's not necessarily for money, but in the end of the day, bro, if people support you, people respect what you do, and you're very clean with what you're doing, why not?
Yep.
Why not use that platform to make money? Why not use the 55,000 supporters to support you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like people would rock your gear. People would spread the name out faster. I mean, this is just, again, from a business perspective. I think at this point, I'm always thinking about business, bro. I don't know why. This is, not necessarily like that. I don't want to say it like that, like money, but yeah, bro, I think a lot about opportunities. You know what I mean? And I see an opportunity, bro. I see an opportunity of growth. I see an opportunity of going from 50 to 100, and I see an opportunity of actually making money off of it, bro. Because right now, think about it. You're working. You got a full-time business. And then you guys are still doing this apart from your full-time business, bro. Imagine utilizing what you're already doing for fun because you love to do it to make money at the same time. I'm not saying you're going to quit your job or you're going to quit your company, but at the same time, it's like, how would that change, I guess, your perspective towards what you're doing now? You already love it. And you're making thousands of dollars a month based off of that. Like, how would you feel then? Realistically, bro, I'm just...
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd have to see it come out.
So if this guy drops merch, you're welcome. If he drops merch online for sale,
he's gonna be like, "Hey, give me my cut."
I know. I'll put Elite Realtors, bro, on the side. Elite Realtors.
I do have shirts and stuff, but I just like give them out just to people I know.
You give them out for free?
Yeah, just to people I know.
So for the audience that's watching this today, you gotta have a vision, you gotta have a purpose, and you gotta stay consistent to be able to get to levels that you guys have gotten to. And not just that, but being able to help other people, collaborate, and actually be able to monetize. Because the moment that this guy starts to go and put his merch out there, starts to charge for these events, I guarantee there's going to be people out there that are going to pay for his content.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Pay to have his merch.
No doubt.
So definitely, you got to have those top things in order for you to actually be consistent and make it a thing.
No doubt.
That's what I believe.
See, like honestly, 10,000 followers is not like a crazy amount, bro, but. I mean, it's 10,000 people, and to me, I'm like, man, like, should I start an OnlyFans or nah? I'll start selling feet pics. Nah.
Like, if you see, like, in Instagram, like, people, like, they'll do merch and they got, like, 500, like, 5K, 2K.
Like, decent amount, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong, They're just hustling, trying to make some money.
Yeah. And, I feel like revolving it around what you already like to do, something you're already really good at. Something that, bro, obviously, it's bringing you a lot of publicity. And like I said, I mean, eventually, bro, even if you do start monetizing, I think people would be more than happy to pay for that, bro. People will spend money on the stupidest shit ever, bro. What's $10? What's $15? You know what I mean? Especially during the high inflation times. You know what I mean?
You
It's
know
like
what? $100 a shirt.
sold, baby. Nah, yeah. I mean, I think that's something that you should definitely consider. But again, okay. So vision wise, last thing we're gonna kind of touch up on. I mean, what are your goals for the near future? Okay, so the event that we're talking about, real quick. You said January 27th. Okay, what time?
I mean, people start rolling up at 12, so it starts at 12. First ruta's always at 1, second one's at 5, and then the music always starts at 6.
At 6, which is the banda. Would you guys have an idea of who you're going to bring out or not yet?
Peso Pluma's coming.
Peso Pluma's coming, guys, so make sure to check them out. Nah.
So we're actually trying to bring in Grupo Viada from LA. I mean, they're what's hot right now.
Okay, Grupo Viada?
Grupo Viada.
Okay, is it confirmed or not confirmed yet?
Not confirmed.
Not confirmed? Hopefully we get a confirmation. Is it going to be on your page soon if they're going to confirm or what?
Yeah, it's going to be on my page. They agreed to come out to Bakersfield, but I don't know what location's at yet. So.
Okay, so make sure to follow, guys, Speed Perspective. I'm going to put the ads below, and then Alex Full Throttle, one of the big sponsors there. This guy brings in the grupos, the
whatever I can help with.
Whatever you can help with, right?
And I mean, I only throw probably an event like once a year for my birthday. That's it.
I got you. Well, there it is. So if you guys, actually we went to one, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, so that one was
Last
pretty
year,
big.
That was my first event. It was supposed to be Pismo Takeover, but that water was getting all the way up and stuff, so it ruined everything.
I got you. Well, there it is, guys. Follow them. Stay tuned for the dates. Again, for the confirmation on Grupo Viada, if they're going to be showing up or not. More than likely, what's the probability that they will?
That was like an 80%.
Okay, so we got a pretty good possibility. Hopefully they show up. And apart from that, what else are you guys going to have out there besides the Grupo? And obviously the Ruta.
Food vendors, races,
Elite
everything.
Realtors.
Elite Realtors is going out
You
there.
guys need to buy a house.
Yeah.
You need to buy a house?
Yeah, so make sure you hit them up for a house.
You're going to need an RV parking for all those Can-Ams. That's all I'm saying. Nah. But okay, cool.
Another cool thing about the events is, I mean, there's always, influencers that show up because a lot of them follow me and stuff. So,
well, bro, think about it. Look, I know people talk shit about not having your Can-Ams upgraded, but the reality, bro, like, what's the price tag on a Can-Am? Even a used one.
A used one right now, the cheapest you could get, maybe like 20.
20 grand, right? And that's like a regular, basic ass, and I don't even know a lot about Can-Ams or razors or anything like that. I just know that they're expensive. So typically the people that have those kind of items are people that are kind of well off, people that have money, people that they have a hobby that they like to invest their time into, or money, whatever. So yeah, typically those are people that you kind of want to surround yourself with, if that's what you like, obviously. That's also collaboration in a way, because you're talking to other people that have money that like what you like, and that's collaboration, bro. That's right there alone, it's collaboration. So I think that's something important. So anyway, Elite Realtor is going to be out there, guys, January 27th again. Meet and greet. You guys can come and meet me. Just do me a favor, just respect everybody around. Nah. But
take a shot with me.
Yeah, oh man, take a shot with me, baby. Cool. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I appreciate you guys for hopping on. I really wanted to get you guys on here just because, honestly, I was impressed with the growth. I was impressed with what you guys have done. And honestly, I know you guys know how the training works. Real quick, so for the people that are looking into the videos, getting into the reels, getting into the TikToks, and posting things like that, what advice would you give for them to make their videos go viral?
That's what's trending.
Like what? Like sounds? I mean,
for me, yeah, music. So a lot of unreleased songs that are on TikTok, I'll import them into. I'm giving away too many.
There it is. Nah, let's do it, bro. Come on.
A lot of unreleased songs that are on TikTok, I'll download them, and there's a way to import your audio into the Instagram.
So you do your original audio. You don't do what's already trending?
On some of them. So it's like a trending song, like, okay, so right now on TikTok, a lot of people, they'll be like in a room like this.
Yeah.
They'll be playing a song like famous artists. And it's like a song that they haven't released yet. So you just download that from TikTok, import it into Instagram. Then you use that audio before anybody else can use it.
Okay, and then your audio would become more trending because of that. Okay, so you don't already use trending music that's already been out there that everybody's kind of sometimes. Okay,
I never repeat a song.
Okay,
so I try not to. Don't expose me.
Okay, what?
I might have never used one, but I try not to reuse it.
Okay, what about videos wise? I mean, in terms of like what to post, or I mean, how long should their videos be? I mean, what advice do you have for that?
It just depends how much action there's in the video. If there's a lot of action, like. I have a couple of videos of a TRX and stuff, and I mean, some of them are a minute long, some of them are 12 seconds long.
Okay.
It's just whatever it is.
Cool.
I had a 7-second video have, I think it was 2 or almost 3 million views. So it's like, it doesn't matter how long or how short.
7 seconds.
7 seconds.
7. And what was the video about?
My brother on a quad, he just went up this big hill on a berm and then just came back down. That was literally it.
That was it, and you got 3 million views for that.
Or between 2 and 3 million.
Elite Realtors is gonna have to buy a Canon, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tax write-off.
Yeah, tax write-off, baby. What advice do you have for YouTube? Because I know YouTube's not easy, bro.
Nah, it's not. I mean, when I started off, I bought the laptop, the camera, and they were supposed to edit my videos, and I just feel like they were not paying attention too much to it, and I just like, you know what? I got my phone and just started recording even more, and like if you could see like a little stretch. That's when I kind of stopped, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep on doing videos and see where I get to, you know?
Yeah. I got you.
Just don't give up. Just keep. I mean, you'll record for a couple months and then kind of stop, but just keep going.
I think that's the thing for me, bro. That's what I teach the agents too. Just turn it off. Is consistency. I think a lot of people have trouble with that. They'll go and they'll post and they'll do it for like a month straight. They're not getting the results they want, and then they stop. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that they're posting to try to be better than the last post. Like, just go ahead and start. It's not going to be perfect. You're probably going to make mistakes on your first video. You're probably not going to like the content right away. But if your goal is to make your content better than the last piece of video or whatever you posted, and then just plan to get better every time you do it, that's going to be a lot better than never starting. You know what I mean? And I feel like for me is, staying consistent. Don't give up. I think in a month, you're not going to get the results that you're expecting. But yeah, definitely. And then obviously, like what we talked about, define your target audience. Your target audience are people that are like rutas, like bandas, things like that. So for whatever your business is, what's your target audience for the business? Define that target audience, and then you stick with that, and don't just post for the sake of posting. Post to be able to relate to your audience. And I feel like at that point, you're going to be able to maximize the amount of growth like never before. You know what I mean? Exactly. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for jumping on this podcast. I would like to make it another hour long right now, but I've got another appointment in a little bit. So anything that you guys want to finish the video off with, any advice that you guys got for anybody looking to start pages like this, anybody looking into rutas in specific? I mean, how do you guys want to end this thing off?
Don't be afraid to start it. I mean, it could happen overnight, anything,
For sure. What about you, bro?
Just try hard, and if you feel like it's not for you, then there's always different ways to make money. Start, a little business and get going from there.
Absolutely. And invest in real estate, guys. That's that's the best advice I can give you guys. Elite Realtors got you.
Shout out to Elite Realtors. They're the ones that helped me out with my house.
Absolutely, guys. So actually, we just closed on your house too. So this was his personal house. We got to drop that video soon. Hopefully we get that one ready for you soon. Video. We are, bro. Honestly, I've been waiting on it too. So we're going to drop that video soon. But again, we got Speedperspectives, guys. Alex Fullthrottles, Rigo 400, Elite Realtors in the house. We're going to drop all the ads below. Thank you guys for being on the show with us, and look forward to hopefully the next one with you guys.